How are you doing? Specifically, you. Now, I want to let you know something about myself. I hate teachers, I occasionally find the one teacher that's nice, and she's alright. But other than that, I hate them. I hate them with passion. Terrible. And let me let you know why. Might be just me, but back at middle school, where all the cool kids had their cool iPhone team, yeah. This one teacher, she was really grotesque. A little too grotesque. And so, I call her Miss Helmberger. And so, Mrs. Burger, she's not real fat, but she's not real skinny. She's like an in-between. Like, there's lumps of her that are fat and lumps of her that are skinny. Really weird and off-looking. And like a demented afro on her head. Where it looks like she had an afro, but then it sags onto the back of her head, alright? And so, that's what she looks like. And, I could care less about what teachers look like, because most of them are pretty ugly, or a little too hot. And she was the pretty ugly. And, I could put that aside. I could deal with an uggo. But, she is gross. Like, I'm not just talking about she low-key picks her nose, because that's pretty gross, but no. This is actually a true story right now. In class, she picks her nose, and she rubs that all over the table, she just rubs that under the table. So if you go over and you try lean under the table, you're gonna get boogies all over your hand. Like, it's the grossest thing. I feel bad for my friend that happened to him. Where he was rocking back in her spot. And we actually do have proof of that actually is her. But, another time, another story. Now, besides her, just being weird and grotesque, she's even worse from, picking her nose, rubbing it everywhere. One day, she asked to borrow a pencil from good old me. Like, hey, patient, can you, lend me a pencil? A writing utensil? Please? With goodwill? And me being the somewhat great and generous person I truly and actually am, I said, why not, dirty hoe? And I gave her the pencil. Now, right after lunch, I had, some nice pizza. And came up to her class with a few of my buddies. We were sitting there. It's a 15-minute class right after lunch. And then we were relaxing. I'm like, hey, Mrs. Big, can I have my pencil back? And she pulls it out from under her table and says, here you go. She had a smirk on her face like something's not right here. Like, I can't believe you fell for it. You fell right into my trap. Ah. She had that look on her face. And so, I was chilling. I took it. I tried writing. And I noticed right on the tip, right on the tip, there was this goo on it. Like this weird, pasty, gooey, like rejected Play-Doh kind of goop on it. I'm like, oh, what's this? I said to her. And she replied, I dug that out of my thumb, Johnny. Legit, that's what she said. And so I'm like, what? It's like, yeah, I took that out of my thumb. And she says, laughing like it's a joke. And I threw that shit across her classroom. And then the satisfaction on her face dropped from 100 to 0 real quick. And so she's like, oh shit. I'm like, get me a damn pencil. I said that to her. I even said damn on there. Because I'm a thug life. And so I threw that, and she realized that it was at this moment Miss Berger realized she fucked up. And so I made her get me a new pencil and stuff. Now, she's gross. I already established that. Most of my teachers there were pretty gross. Now, that's not just why necessarily I hate teachers, because I do hate that one. But geez, that's no reason to hate all of them, right? They're not all like that, right? Well, let me tell you another story from that same school, other teacher. He teaches little kids, like pre-K, alright? And so I don't know how he got the job, but he looks like he's got baby face, alright? Like, he looks like a child. And he wears the dumbest hat, I swear. Like, those little hats you see babies wear and stuff, where it's those really, bright baby blue. They got little sparkles and shit in it. Yeah, that's the hat he wears. Everywhere. Or something like that. And so, he would patrol outside. That's what he does. And I get it. Everybody, they want to play a little with the ladies. But he's sitting there, he's trying to pick up chicks. He's trying to pick up moms, he's trying to pick up other teachers. And he's sitting there wondering why he's single. Because he goes over by, after mom picks up her kid, gets in the car, and then he goes over, he leans into the window. He doesn't even know these people. He leans into the window and says, "Hey, baby." Well, he didn't sound that sexy. He said, "Hey, baby, wanna ride?" That's what he sounded like. And so, I could deal with that, and he tries to pick up teachers and flirt with them too. So they're like, "Hey, Mrs. Berger, wanna try some pepperoni? Want the real beef? Want my $5 foot long?" Alright. And so, you got that guy. And one day, I was walking around. My buddies were screwing with me. They took my hat and it fell down at the bottom of the stairs, right at his new slacks. He had those new Air Jordans, fell right on his feet. He looked up at me with the hate in his eye. He looked up and said, "You're not getting this back, Sonny." And he took that and he ran off with it. I'm not even kidding. It's not like he walked off and stormed off. He ran off. He trudged down the stairs. This is speed run. He's like, "Diddle-diddle, gotta go fast." He went Sonic. And so he picked it up. He's like, he's just hustling. Hustled right outside. He pushed a couple kids down as he went down. He says, "Get out of my way, Timmy." And so I had to wait. He got all close into my face. I could smell his hot breath. Because he ain't got them Tic Tacs. He's like, "Johnny." "Yes, Mr. Stommel." "I'd like to give you your hat back, but I'd like to show you something." Now, he didn't say that part. But he did scold me for having my hat dropped down the stairs. And I told him to screw off, and it's none of his business that my hat fell down his stairs and he has no right to take it from me. And so, those are just some of the teachers there that I hate. I got a ton of them. But I am running out of gracious time. So if you enjoyed my commentary or this sexy gameplay, you can always subscribe and check out more Patiently Impatient. I'll see you next time. Da-da-dun-boom.